Money is not the problem. Your relationship with it is. Let me say that again, because most people will miss it. Money is not ruining your life. The way you think about money is, because if money really created happiness, then why are there millionaires who feel empty? Why do people who made it still feel like something is missing? And here's the uncomfortable question no one asks. If money is the answer, why does the hunger for it never end? You get more, but somehow it's still not enough. This is exactly what Friedrich Nietzsche tried to warn us about. He didn't talk about money the way modern influencers do. He went deeper. He believed that what we chase isn't money, it's something far more dangerous. Power, control, and the desperate need to feel like we matter. And money, it's just the mask we hide behind. So what if everything you've been told about money isn't just incomplete, but completely backwards? Because by the end of this video, you might not just look at money differently, you might question everything you've been chasing your entire life. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. From the moment you're born, you're programmed. Go to school, get good grades, get a high-paying job, make money, and then you'll be happy. It sounds logical. It sounds safe, but there's one problem. No one ever stops to ask, what happens after you get the money? Because society doesn't sell you truth, it sells you hope wrapped in illusion. You see luxury cars, big houses, perfect lifestyles, and your brain starts making a dangerous connection. Money equals happiness. Money equals respect. But here's the reality no one tells you. Money doesn't change who you are. It reveals who you are. If you're insecure with nothing, you'll be insecure with everything. If you feel lost now, money will just give you a more expensive way to feel lost. This is where Friedrich Nietzsche flips the entire idea upside down. He believed that humans don't actually chase money. They chase what money represents. Power, status, validation, control over how others see them. Think about it. Why do people want more money than they could ever spend? It's not survival anymore. It's identity. It's the silent fear of being nobody. And money becomes the easiest way to escape that fear. But the moment you tie your identity to money, you unknowingly give it power over you. Now your self-worth depends on numbers. Your peace depends on success. Your happiness depends on something you can never fully control. And that's where the illusion becomes a trap. Because you're not chasing money anymore. Money is controlling you. So if money isn't the real goal, then what are you actually chasing? Let's be honest for a second. It was never really about money, was it? Because if it was, a simple life with enough to survive would feel peaceful. But it doesn't. There's always that voice in the back of your mind saying, not enough, not yet, keep going. And that voice isn't about survival. It's psychological. Most people don't chase money because they love money. They chase it because they're trying to escape something. The fear of being invisible, the fear of being average, the fear that maybe they don't matter. And money feels like the solution. Because when you have money, people listen, people respect you, people notice you. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not chasing wealth, you're chasing a feeling of control, a feeling of importance, a feeling that you are finally enough. This is exactly what Friedrich Nietzsche described as the will to power. Not power over others, but power over your own life, the ability to stand on your own terms without needing validation from the world. But instead of building that inner power, most people take a shortcut. They use money as a substitute, because it's easier to look successful than to become someone strong. So money becomes a mask, a way to hide insecurity, a way to silence doubt, a way to prove something, even if you don't know what you're proving. And the more you rely on that mask, the weaker you become without it. That's why some of the richest people are also the most anxious. Because deep down, they know, if the money disappears, so does their sense of self. So let me ask you something. If everything you're chasing disappeared tomorrow, your money, your status, your success, who would you be? And more importantly, would that version of you feel like enough? Here's where it gets dangerous, because once you start chasing money for the wrong reasons, you don't just work harder, you slowly start losing yourself. At first, it feels productive. You're grinding, hustling, building something. But then, something shifts. You start sacrificing things you once cared about. Your time, your peace, your relationships, and you tell yourself, it's temporary. I'll enjoy later. I'll rest when I make it. But later never comes, because the moment you reach one level, your mind immediately creates another. More money, more status, more success. It never ends. This is the trap. And Friedrich Nietzsche saw this long before social media, before hustle culture, before modern capitalism. He understood something most people don't. Endless desire doesn't create freedom, it creates slavery. Because now you're not working by choice. You're working because you can't stop. You're not building wealth. You're feeding an addiction. Think about it. Why do people who have enough keep pushing like they have nothing? Because it was never about having enough. It was about filling something that can't be filled externally. And the more you try to fill it with money, the emptier it becomes. That's the paradox no one talks about. The more you chase money to feel complete, the more incomplete you feel. And slowly, without realizing it, you trade your life for a number that never satisfies you. So even when you win, you lose. So if chasing money blindly leads to this kind of emptiness, then what's the alternative? So what's the alternative? If chasing money leads to emptiness, does that mean money is bad? No, money isn't evil, but the way you relate to it can destroy you. This is where Friedrich Nietzsche would completely shift your perspective. He wouldn't tell you to reject money. He would tell you to stop depending on it. Because the real problem isn't how much money you have, it's how much power money has over you. Most people think, once I have enough money, I'll finally feel in control. But Nietzsche flips that idea. If you're not in control of your mind now, money will only amplify your chaos. Because true power doesn't come from your bank account. It comes from your ability to stay calm under pressure, make decisions without fear, stand alone without needing approval. That's real power. And money, it's just a tool, nothing more. But the moment you turn it into your identity, you lose yourself trying to protect it. Nietzsche's deeper message is simple, but brutal. Don't become someone who chases money. Become someone who creates value. Because value is real. Skills are real. Discipline is real. Clarity is real. And when you build those things, money stops being something you chase and starts becoming something that follows you. Here's the paradox most people never understand. The moment you stop needing money to feel complete is the moment you stop being controlled by it. And ironically, that's when you start making better decisions, taking smarter risks, and attracting real opportunities. Not because you're desperate, but because you're finally free. So the real question isn't, how do I make more money? It's, who do I need to become? So money no longer defines me. Now this is where most videos stop. They give you deep ideas, you feel inspired for a moment, and then you go right back to the same patterns. So let's make this real, because if you don't change the way you think about money, nothing in your life actually changes. Here are the shifts that separate people who are controlled by money from people who are in control of it. Shift 1. Stop chasing money, start building skills. Most people wake up thinking, how can I make more money? But the better question is, what can I become so valuable? That money has to come to me. Money is just a byproduct. Skills are the source. When you focus on becoming better, learning, improving, mastering something, you're building something no one can take from you, and that creates real confidence. Shift 2. Stop comparing. Comparison is a silent trap. You look at someone richer, more successful, and suddenly your progress feels meaningless. But here's the truth. The moment you compare, you lose control of your own path. Instead, create, build something, share something, improve something. Because creators focus on growth. Consumers stay stuck in envy. Shift 3. Focus on value. Money follows people who chase money ask, what can I get? People who understand money ask, what can I give? The more value you create, the more people trust you, need you, pay you. It's that simple. Money doesn't come from desire, it comes from usefulness. Shift 4. Build internal validation, external rewards come later. This is the hardest one, because most people need proof before they believe in themselves. They need money, status, recognition to feel like they matter. But if your confidence depends on external results, you'll always feel unstable. Real strength is this: doing the work, even when no one is watching. Believing in your path, even when there's no reward yet. That's internal power, and that's what Friedrich Nietzsche was really pointing toward. Becoming someone who stands on their own, without needing the world to approve. But even after understanding all of this, there's one truth most people will still avoid. Not because it's complicated, but because it's uncomfortable. Here's the truth most people spend their entire lives avoiding. Money will not fix you. Not your insecurity, not your loneliness, not that quiet feeling that something is missing inside you. Because those problems were never financial. They were internal, and no amount of external success can repair something that was broken within. You can have the money, the lifestyle, the recognition, and still feel empty when the noise disappears. That's why some of the most successful people still feel lost when they're alone, because they spend years building a life without ever building themselves. And this is where Friedrich Nietzsche delivers his most uncomfortable message. If you are empty now, you will be empty with money too. Money doesn't create meaning. You do. Through what you build, through who you become, through how you live when no one is watching. So the real goal was never to become rich. It was to become strong. Strong enough to stand alone. Strong enough to not need constant validation. Strong enough to not lose yourself in the pursuit of more. Because when you reach that point, something powerful happens. Money stops being your master and becomes your tool. You stop chasing it and start using it. You stop needing it and start controlling it. And for the first time, you feel free. So don't chase money. Become someone money chases. If this changed the way you see money, then you're already ahead of 99% of people. Because most people will hear this and still go back to chasing the same illusion. But you don't have to. So if you want more videos that challenge how you think, not just motivate you for a moment, make sure you stay here. Because the next idea you hear might just change the way you see your entire life.